Okay, here's part two where I show you how I do my resistance and support levels. Okay, what I usually start out with is this is the euro dollar on the 1 minute chart. Okay, what I'll do is I'll kind of squeeze the chart and I'll set my support and resistance levels at support and resistance levels. The difference being is what I'll do here is had most of the reaction on this support level at 4100, so that's where I'll put this. And the reason why I make it a dashed line is because it's a medium to heavy support level. If this was a light support level like these spikes here where it comes, it breaks it some there, I call that a light support level, and what I'll do is I'll place a dotted line there so that I know in the future if he comes down to this level and breaks that, I'll know that he spiked it before with that dotted line. So I'll make the decision on whether I put my order in below the dotted line or below the dashed line. And that's pretty much it. I'll just have a lot of them put up there. Like I see another main one here, or medium to heavy support level here, where we had this kind of consolidated off of it, came down, almost hit it, and then when it came down here it kind of reacted again, kind of reacted here but broke through a little, so there would be a light support or support resistance level here. Okay, but for the most part he reacted to that, like these two spikes hit it, came back off. This kind of, more or less reacted to it here, but it spiked through, and that's why I have that light level there. And then there's another level here at 40900. Okay, and that one's another medium to heavy, probably more medium support level. So I will make that a dashed line. And let's see here, we got another one right about there, and we have a light support level here because of this and how this kind of consolidated and reacted to it there, and then this spike to it also. Now we had a spike here, didn't quite reach it, but because we have more reaction to this level, I'm going to keep it here instead of moving it up. For the resistance levels here, we have one at 41,200, and let's see, we got a light one where he didn't quite reach it here, so we'll place a dotted line there to let me know that he didn't quite reach it before. We got another support level here because again he went up, came back to it, reacted, came back, reacted to it, now he's reacting to it again. We also have a few runs here that kind of reacted to it also. We have another support level here, and he's kind of borderline on the medium to light level in here, because it's spiked through it a lot. But when it's not a simple cut and dry light support or resistance level, I go ahead and err on the side of caution with a dashed line. And we got another one up here. Now this one's more or less based off experience, where I've seen him, I've seen it before where it's when it spikes through like this and doesn't quite reach this one, this even number here at 413.50. Usually that means it's the next even one that he'll react to again when he goes back up. And then what I'll do is also put a dotted line on that spike there so that I know that he's definitely spiked through it. And then I'm going to guess on this one and say that he's got another medium resistance level here at 413.50. Okay. Now here, let me add another dotted line here because of this spike, and this one here too. Alright, now because he's consolidating in here, this is kind of what I call choppy. What I do is I color code the bottom. Where's it here? Red for the bottom level, and green for the top level. Okay. And what that does for me is you know, I haven't been paying attention to this rule too much lately, but this rule is designed to make me wait until he breaks one of those two levels before making an entry. What I'll typically do is I'll set limit orders at these levels, you know, and wait for him to break. Once he breaks, he triggers. Now in this case, you know, since he spiked through, what I would do is I would also color code the other two lines that he hit. Alright. And what I would do is this order would be like, say, a quarter size, and then I would add another quarter here, and when he broke the very top one, I would add a you know, make it a full size when he breaks this top level here. So those would have limit orders for those sizings there. So as he breaks, those get triggered. Same thing down here. Since he spiked to this dotted line, I'm going to mark that one also. And same case as the long. You know, I would have like a, in this case, since there's only two lines, I'd probably have like a half size here and a you know, the other half here or whatever when he breaks these support levels to trigger those. Okay, and I just spotted another light support level, which would be right about there. You got this reaction here, kind of reacted to it on these little moves, kind of reacted to it here, so that's why I'm labeling it as a light one, because, you know, yeah, these main ones he reacted to, but not really this one. Okay, now if he broke, what I would do is I would typically run, you know, a manual trailing stop. When I label my charts trailing stop, they're always a manual trailing stop. And what that means is like, say he broke this and triggered a limit order. Okay, let's say he triggered that limit order, and he goes down. Okay, once he would break, if he broke this support level here, as soon as he did that, I would tighten up my support level to like right there, you know, slightly above to account for spread. Okay, and if he kept going, and say he hit this dashed line, now because this is a you know, a medium to heavy support level, I would either consider tightening up my stop to like there, so that if he bounced off of that, I would get, you know, stopped out. Or if I looked at a larger time frame and saw that he could go down to like, say, this or this support level, then what I would do is I would keep my stop there, wait for him to break, and once he broke this dotted line, I would tighten up to above the dashed line. But that's pretty much, that's how I do my support and resistance levels. I also do them on the larger time frames. I'll check the 5 and the 10 and the 15s, up to the hourlies. Okay, and primarily when I check the larger time frames, I'm more looking for trends than I am these support resistance lines. I always try to place the support and resistance on the 1 minute charts instead of these larger time frames. Okay, and in this case, trend going from here to there, and we got another trend going from there to there, and he's about ready to break it. So this would be a good trade here if he broke that trend line there and these support levels. Then that would be a real good trade there, because we got both, you know, he's breaking consolidation and this trend line. But yeah, that's it for my support and resistance levels. If you have any questions, post them in the comments.